bring on our good friend, Rick Beardsley, four-time All-American, to talk some lacrosse. Rick, it's always great to chat with you. How are things?
Guys, how are you today? But, okay, so I don't get a say in the music here, Steve. Steve, you know I always got your back. Paulie, Midnight Oil. You and Jordan, give our guy a shot.
We lost you there for a second, but we whatever you would have picked, Rick, artist-wise, would have been better than Midnight Oil.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Yeah. All right. I was going to start with you with what's going on with this team. I don't know if we have enough time to get through that answer, but I'm going to pose it to you anyway. What's going on with this lacrosse team? Is it simply that they're playing really good competition? It's got to be more than that, right?
It seems to me it's like the effort and Jekyll and Hyde type of thing. Like sometimes they look great and put forth what we to them, that max effort, and then sometimes it seems like they come out flat, and then just they dig themselves a hole and then can't come out of it. And I think that's really the big thing. They either come out on fire or come out flat. And when they come out flat, they come out pretty flat. And it's hard against really good teams to kind of burn that midnight oil per se and cover up that lead and close the gap to try and win it.
So what is the biggest issue that they can fix right now heading into the postseason? We know that they've got a monster of a game coming up on Friday. They win. They're certainly in the NCAA tournament. They lose. They might still be in, but they're going to be sweating it out. What is fixable right now? Is effort at the top of the list, or is it too many turnovers? What consistency at the faceoff acts? What would you like to see changed? What's the biggest change you would like to see going into the postseason?
I think it's how you start a game. Coach Simmons, and I'm coaching here in Darien in Connecticut, and the one thing I brought up all the time to these guys, and we're nationally ranked high school team, bring in, like I tell guys, it's better to throw the first punch than to soak the first punch. So he used to say that to us all the time. He would say it differently. Hey guys, in a bar fight, you always have the first punch is always the best. That's the way you would say it. You can't say that to high school kids in this day and age, but you get my meaning. So
sure.
We want to, I would like to see them come out fast and hard and with intensity, and then see if they can throttle it back, because they've proven that they certainly, when needed to try and, cut leads, they can play with that amount of urgency and intensity. And I think that's the biggest thing at Syracuse. It's very much coach speak, guys, but put together all four quarters. And they did that against Notre Dame in the last game. They certainly did, and they did some different things, which they haven't done lately, actually.
What about the unforced errors? Because we saw a lot of turnovers against North Carolina. I want to say they ended the game with 15 turnovers, and a few of them came in key spots. What is that? Is that a scheme that the opposing team is succeeding in? Is it an effort thing? Is it a careless? Are they careless turnovers? How do they fix that part of it? Going into the postseason.
I think you fix any type of turnovers by, honestly, your people are going to laugh that are listening. I tell my own kids, my own daughters. I found a way for me to keep my head in the game constantly athletically I was just bend my knees, get on the balls of my feet. If you tend to bend your knees, like give it a try. Like people stand flat-footed off ball. But if you're in a stance and your mind is focused on the present and now, and I think it's a simple fix that they just need to, get themselves in a good athletic stance. That sounds so stupid, but the truth is they're great lacrosse players. And what are they doing wrong? Frivolous passes, forces, all things that come from being flat-footed and not having your body in that right type of body language. People talk about body language all the time. It is a very massive part of this game. obviously they're extremely skilled. They were picked 2 or 3 in the beginning of the year. They certainly are that level when they're playing on all cylinders. It's just they got to get playing on all cylinders. But I do think, Steve, it is all about just dropping your hips, bending your knees, and focusing on the present. Also, another thing that, a lot of guys try to do is throw the home run pass. I say, sometimes the right pass is the next one, and it's next to you, versus throwing that flat skip or that diagonal. You have to have that bit of discipline. But guys, let's face it, Syracuse traditionally has never had discipline in their program when it comes to that. We've been run and gun, and I think Gary wants to do a lot of that as well.
All right, you're a defensive guy. How would you assess that end of the field, especially of late? Jimmy McCool, that defensive unit. How would you, how would you evaluate that group?
I think they need to, find their matchups, lock up on their matchups. I think Jimmy McCool has done a great job. He's seen certainly a lot of rubber. I think the adjustments. And again, I can't speak for Coach Aderna at all. I like Coach Aderna. I believe in him very much. I think he's an excellent defensive coordinator. Those simple adjustments, like Dom Petramala getting too many goals. Just limiting his touches, making someone else hurt you. But you had Owen Duffy on the other side. So I think in this game, the guy that hurt Notre Dame, that hurt them at Notre Dame was Chris Kavanaugh. So you have to kind of limit what he can do for you and make other guys beat you. And it's not a defensive thing, is that Joey Spallina was an off-ball guy in that Notre Dame game, and it was excellent. Joe Spallina off-ball is an incredible lacrosse player when it comes to shooting. But defensively, I'd just like to see them, focus a little more on those that are going to hurt you percentage-wise.
All right, so Syracuse won the first meeting in the regular season over Notre Dame. The Irish has not lost since. Syracuse has not won since. But they got to get this one on Friday to feel good about the NCAA tournament and what comes next. Can they do it again? And if so, what's it going to take, Rick, to win this game on Friday?
First of all, Steve, they absolutely can. They can do it again. And they can do it to that level of talent. I think, I knew you were going to ask me this question, so I did a little bit of homework. I wrote stuff down. It is the intangibles. It's whoever wins the ground ball battle, whoever wins the rides and clears battle, right? Whoever puts more shots on goal. It's not about shots. It's about shots on goal. Those 3 factors will be huge. Syracuse had had a 16-9 face-off edge in the first meeting. Let's look at, there's, obviously Mullen's done a great job, but Notre Dame's going to think about that same thing, right? Those possessions. So they're going to adjust and make adjustments. And now it becomes kind of a chess match, right? If it was a 1-goal game, no chess match. Beat them up by 5 or 6 there, it becomes a chess match. So we're seeing who's going to be a better chess player on Friday.
If Syracuse loses this game, Rick, do you think they still make the NCAA tournament?
God, I hope so. But in my heart of hearts, I don't think so. I think it's tough to push them in with their quality wins. It's one, right? It's Notre Dame. Yeah. And now you've lost to that quality win. Also, the help of what the Ivies are going to do, right? Virginia, because Virginia is certainly not a quality win anymore, right? They've talk about the biggest laying egg in all of the ACC would be UVA this time. And by the way, guys, apparently everybody listens to your show all over the South. I get texts from opposing teams' coaches that rip on me, that tell me I can't believe you said things about our program. I guess I gotta start being nice to everyone, including Syracuse's opponents now. Hey guys, Duke's awesome. Hey guys, UVA's incredible. Hey, Notre Dame, you're Irish. Wow, you're great. I hope there's a Pope that's Irish they pick in 7 days. My God, people. I just had to get that out, fellas. You know how I roll. But Syracuse certainly can win this game, and it's going to be the intangibles, fellas.
You said that Syracuse has one quality win over Notre Dame. Did you discard Hopkins just because you can't
Hopkins
stand
is
Hopkins?
brutal. Well, let me just say this. I can't say Hopkins is brutal. I was about to say that. Hopkins is brutal. I'm going to get a text from their coach. Why would you say that about us? I thought we were friends. I mean, by the way, for the Duke alumni that are listening to this show that send that stuff off to coaches, I mean, come on, take a lap, bro. Am I supposed to tell that everybody is supposed to be great? I mean, Steve, you guys bring me on this show, I think, for a pretty good, honest opinion, right? And I've been kind of nicer than I've ever been, if you haven't noticed, right? Because sometimes we get that little call, you have to be nicer. But I mean, so now we can't say anything about anyone. They're in a rebuilding, we say. I don't know. I know that there's going to be some coaches that'll be reevaluated at the end of the year, and I don't know if that's going to be Hopkins or not, but I don't see Hopkins as a quality win. Right now they were nicked up and injured. Now they had a bad year. That will reflect in the RPI.
Sure.
All right, Rick, what'd you have for lunch?
Oh, Paulie, I'm here in Greenwich, Connecticut. It's a place where you should live. You know that you could live here. I mean, you would be one of those bachelors with no kids, and all the divorcees would love you. We know this. Oh. But I had Kung Pao chicken with brown rice.
Oh, didn't even come close.
Went off the board.
I went completely off the board because, guys, I've eaten pizza. This is a pizza lodged in my four chins at this point, and I need to get like a home cooked meal. It's great being here. I miss my wife Tori. I miss my daughter Viviana, my daughter Angela. I get to see play lacrosse. They have the CAA semis coming up on Thursday, by the way, at Stony Brook, and I'm looking forward to the Seawolves winning that one and getting another CAA title.
Rick, I got to allow you to do something I've never done before. I'm going to allow a guest to vote on the artist of the day for, it's Monday, isn't it? Or no, it's tomorrow. I don't even know what day it is.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Okay, so here's your choices. The Clash, Cher, Travis Scott, the Little River Band, or Dishwalla.
All right, so you don't know this, but my favorite rapper right now is Travis Scott. I love Travis Scott. My daughter Viv laughs at me. I actually listen to Fiend. I my earbuds. I am going to have to go with the Clash because it brings me back to riding bus 293 when I was in elementary school, and Rock the Casbah would come on and everybody would play it on the bus. The bus driver would crank it. Sharif, you don't like it? Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah.
There you go.
All right, we will vote later with the rest of us.
Well, I mean, how can you not?
I know, Jesus.
The Clash now.
Because it's a popular vote.
I know.
First of all, who's more popular?
Rick, you've got my vote.
Rick Beardsley isn't a.
Listen to me.
Like a dictator.
This is not a dictatorship. It's a Ricktatorship, my friend.
All right. Jordan says he's voting the Clash.
So am I.
All right.
I
vote Travis Scott. There we go.
I mean, I do love him.
All right, there you go.
Listen, with Molly, you know that I was going to always vote way back, Steve and I, on Remind Me of Mr. Infante, who is one of my favorite humans, who probably right now is on a golf course or sitting drinking a cup of coffee on his lanai in Florida right now, is he not?
Well, he's in Syracuse, but yes, he's probably on the golf course. He's one of my favorite humans as well.
Great.
Rick, thank you for coming on. We got to let you go. We're kind of breaking up there at the end, but be well, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon. Rick Beardsley, and it will be the Clash tomorrow.
London will be calling tomorrow, Steve.
There you go.
Should I stay or should I go?
All right, we will take a timeout. Phone lines open the rest of the week.
We need to go outside the realm of artists we don't normally do.
Have we had the Clash?
We have.
Okay. Well, again, I wanted more of a topic.
You worry about it when we'll do topics during the summer.
Okay. 315-437-7644. Back after this on ESPN Radio.